Alright guys, this is Shock on a nice, cool, around 10 o'clock, 10:40 in the morning. I remember one time I was doing this video and I was saying I was going to work, and Hoseia's Backpack, that's his channel, good Christian brother in the Lord, he was teasing me. He goes, "You're going to work at 10:40? He goes, "What do you got, banker's hours?" I know. I have been blessed to be able to have the privilege of working with my parents, and we own our own business, so we're able to set our own hours. But I want to do a video. I've been thinking about doing this one because I find it very curious that atheists never talk about Jesus Christ. I watch all these atheist videos on YouTube, and mostly they're just yelling about fundies. I'm a fundy, by the way. I'm a proud fundy, like I like to say. Better to be a fundy than a dummy. A dummy is someone that goes to hell. A fundy stands for a fundamental Christian that believes in the fundamental truths in the Bible, which was inspired by God, written by holy men. I am a fundy. Remember, better to be a fundy than a dummy. Dummies go to hell, fundies go to heaven. So, I've been watching some of the videos on YouTube, and I've been researching and keeping track, and I haven't seen any where they discussed the historic person of Jesus Christ. And I gotta itch my nose. You're gonna hear a lot of wind as I itch my nose. Okay, visor closed again. It's almost like atheists are terrified to talk about Jesus Christ. Now, every atheist I've talked to, when I say, well, who do you say Jesus Christ is? They always say, well, yeah, I believe he's a historical person and whatnot, but I don't believe he's the Son of God, right? And then I'll ask them, I'll say, well, did you read the Bible where they asked him if he was the Son of God? And he said, yes. And they go, no, it doesn't say that in there. I go, it certainly does. And so I don't mean to put down atheists, me being one in the past myself. I was an atheist. I like to say I was an atheist before I got two things, a brain and a heart. But when I talk to the atheists, I say, well, how do you rectify that in your mind that Jesus isn't the Son of God? I mean, you have to call him a liar then. And he goes, no, we don't have to call him a liar. Like atheists, they don't want to call Jesus a liar because they agree with the things he taught. Love thy neighbor, respect your parents, marriage is between a man and a woman, you know, things like that. Where Jesus said a man should marry a woman, remember? So the atheists agree with these things that Jesus taught. Help the poor, help the widow. They believe in these things. Oh, by the way, I got some good news. Those of you that are always being told, well, you better go ahead and support your government because Jesus said, give to Caesar what is Caesar and give to God what is God's. Well, you know, Caesar's dead, you know. Caesar's dead, so we don't got to give to Caesar anymore. Caesar's gone. That's the good news. So when someone says, well, remember, give to Caesar what is Caesar, I say, well, where is Caesar? He's dead. Anyways, back to my little talking. Why don't atheists talk about Jesus Christ? What are they so afraid of? Well, I'm going to tell you, my nose really itches. They don't want to talk about Jesus Christ because he is a historical person, and they're terrified to delve within that territory of Jesus Christ where they start talking about it. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't mean to offend any atheists, but they're terrified of the words Jesus said. When I read to atheists John 3:16 and John 3:18, where Jesus said, and I quote, those who believe in him, Jesus Christ, are not condemned. But then Jesus said, those who do not believe are condemned already. So what Jesus is saying is atheists are condemned. They're already condemned. So when an atheist tells you, hey, don't judge me, you say, I don't need to judge you. You've already been judged, according to Jesus. So why don't atheists talk about Jesus Christ? I don't get it. The number one most famous person in the world, yes, more famous than Richard Dawkins, who, by the way, did you hear Dawkins even admitted God exists? I kid you not. You can see the videos on YouTube. So back to this. It's interesting to me that atheists will want to stay away from the historic person of Jesus Christ. My advice to Christians when you're witnessing to atheists, and this is how I became a Christian, they didn't focus on all this gobbledygook other stuff. You know, atheists will try to get you to talk about creation and evolution, and then those things are great to talk about. But the atheists, you need to realize something, guys. Listen, you're a sinner. You need forgiveness. Don't you get it? That's the message that we preach. That all have fallen short of the glory of God, according to the Bible. Jesus Christ. So whenever I'm talking to someone, the very first thing I talk about, and I keep them focused, well, who do you say Jesus Christ is? He's obviously a historical person. They'll say, well, I don't believe he was the Son of God. I believe he was a good and wise teacher. I said, well, what about when Jesus said that those who believe in him are not condemned? Do you believe in that? See, you atheists out there, bless your sweet little hearts, you have to call Jesus a liar, or you have to accept him. Because if you believe that he was honest, then you have to accept when they asked him, are you the Son of the Most High? And he said, I am. So you're forced. The atheists are in a conundrum. Gee whiz. Oh, a sweet elderly lady. I won't get mad at her. I give elderly people a pass. If an elderly person crashed into me, I'd get out, what the heck? And I see they're old. All right, you're forgiven. I got a lot of respect for elderly folks. They've been through a lot. Anyways, what are the atheists going to say when they read the Bible and it says the historical person of Jesus, which has been proven historical, where he said, they asked him, are you the Son of the Most High, the Son of God? And Jesus said, I am. And they tried to, and that's why they crucified him. The high priest tore his clothes as a sign of blasphemy, and they said, what more evidence do we need? They had the evidence. Why don't you atheists believe in the evidence? The people that talked to Jesus were so upset, the high priest, that they ripped their clothes in a sign of evidence that Jesus confessed he was the Son of God and he blasphemed in doing so, according to them. I believe, though, I'm going to tell you as an ex-atheist, I've done the research. I have no doubt Jesus is the Son of God. And you atheists, listen, open your sweet little hearts, and you know you'll come around. They always do. Every atheist I know has always come around to becoming a Christian. Once they get those two things, a brain and a heart, you get a brain by reading the Bible, you get a heart by reading the Bible. God bless you guys. As I itch my nose again, have a great week.